Alright guys, welcome to another video. This is AstaZora here, and today I have probably one of the biggest redstone builds I've ever made, and this is the Gumball Machine. So, ideally, there is a giant sheep farm in the background that is so laggy that I can't really get that close to it. And if you can see in front of it, there is actually a shulker loading system right there. Now, there are about 24 double chests over there, holding about 1.2 to 2.4 million wool right now, and this video is here to show people that there are other ways to store your materials, and the first way to do that is to use a chest minecart. Now, I know chest minecarts are super outdated. I know that they've not had much use, and they run their course through very little use, and only the most redstone advanced know how to put them to the real test and the real use of their base. So this is a proof of concept for a Gumball / Pez dispenser system, and I'm going to try and show this off to the best of my ability. So my explanation may be hoarse and very improperly worded, but I want to get this out there so that there are other people that can make this look better and probably even make this tileable. This is really bulky, and I don't think anybody wants to dedicate 3 chunks of their base to this. So what this is, there are slabs at the bottom of each and every one of these. There are minecarts stacked all the way to the top. They don't have to be chest carts, they can be other carts. But once there are enough carts removed, which I believe I only need to get rid of one more. Maybe one more. Yeah, that's going to turn that off, and then 4 carts are going to get redispensed into place. Thank goodness for observers. Now, this is a pretty strange build, and I want to explain why I'm doing this. So, first of all, this machine over here holds up to 2.5 million wool, and each shulker box is the color you see here. So, light blue is light blue, white's white. They're all the color they should be, and each box holds about 120 something thousand wool. The numbers aren't exact because I count the hopper in the back to it as well. And each double chest holds 59 shulker boxes, and I load 73 into each one. What this means is that on average, if you had a 50% drop rate of shulker shells, you would have to kill around 10,000 shulkers to get this amount of shulker boxes, which is ridiculous. This is expensive, so time consuming, and probably not worth your time. So I redesigned this system to store them into minecarts. Each silo can store about 26,000 wool, give or take how full you fill it, how tall it is, etc. What happens here is that, as I explained before, there's an observer in the back that detects something I'll show in just a moment, the directory. So there's a chest at the back that has the color code that is used here. And when it detects that that item has been sent through the system, it's going to spit a slab out and back in. This cart right here is going to come forward, and that one is going to get put in that slab. And that's what will happen. So the way this works is pretty simple. There's an observer that detects if this light gets changed. There are tripwires and string in the entire thing. There's tripwire and tripwire hooks through this whole thing, lighting every single one of these up individually. In case you run out of carts, you could come back here and on the other side see if it was empty. So this allows you to keep track of your storage system. Now, how you fill this up and how you want this to run is completely up to you, but this is how I have this proof of concept. It's really not finished. This isn't a really good, clean version of this, but there is plenty of storage in each one of these. Now, I use a lot of different colored materials, and wool, I probably will never use pink for anything, or brown, or green, but there are a lot of people that would use these colors for smaller projects, and that's why the storage is only set to 26,000. You may not need 2 million brown wool, so why waste the shears on that? The directory is pretty simple, and this is a pretty slow system. It's meant to be slow. So if we were to pick a random color, I'm going to choose yellow. You're going to hear a click. and our item has been registered with the directory. This means that now it's going to go to the yellow system in just a moment, and it's going to tell it that we want a cart from yellow. Now, none of these are filled. They're just empty carts, but we will get a cart. It will take a moment. And there's our cart. And then it's going to hit this little jump, this little space right there. And it's going to get shut up a water elevator. And then it's going to perfectly align to this rail below here. And your cart is here. Now, there are a lot of panes around here just to show you that this is completely filled. It's just got the panes in there to keep all these items in the right place. And so you can request a couple things out of here at a time, but it's generally recommended to wait for the click. Before you request another. The carts still have a hard time getting to you if there are more than one order, just because of the simple fact that they will collide when they get too close around corners. And if I were to spam a lot of random colors into the system, they're just gonna end up backing up, and this system is again unpolished, so they will jam. However, in just a moment we should see that we have a cart. And just so everybody can understand why that is taking so long to get over here, that cart would be here a lot sooner than that if I wasn't running at about 100 ms per tick. So the server's running about half as slow as it should because of the ridiculous number of sheep in the background. Again, there are 1,024 sheep. That farm was built by Ilmango, and there will be a link in the descriptions for that, so you guys can go check it out. However, I recommend that you don't need that many, and that you would only need a quarter of that. About 256 would do you pretty well. Also, if you do make that farm, please do name them. That way other mobs can still spawn for people who are exploring new chunks. Anyway, this is exactly what I've got built here. The only thing that is left to show is the sorting system, which is it's a slightly modified sorting system. It's nothing fancy. It literally adds 2 pieces of redstone dust down here to update this dropper. And right above it, you've got your regular sorter, which I'm using cobwebs because I never think I'll use cobwebs for anything else. And then there is a directory card here, as well as right here. This is just how it gets stuck in here. So the first time you run the system, you're going to get your first card stuck in here, and then the second one's going to get shot out. Well, technically the third one will get shot out, and you really only need 4 in the system. You don't need any more. After that, that's going to get sent down this water track, which is underneath the rail right here, which will go to the back behind here to the second tower, which puts it back into the directory, as well as brings your minecart up. The item for the directory will always beat the minecart. It will always beat the minecart. If you do not receive your item within 30 seconds of receiving it from the directory, then it's probably best to send another one. There is not a return system for unused carts. There is not a return or storage system for that. I want to work on these things, but I definitely want to get this video out there because I feel like this could be completely redone, and it could be, again, tileable. It could be shorter, longer. I don't know. There are so many other ways that this could be done, and I feel like I want to see those ideas come from other people. But for that's it for AstaZora today. I want you guys to see this. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments below. If you have a creative name for this, please leave that there as well. As well as if you guys are interested in any other future videos, please check out the Discord that is associated with the channel. As for that, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video.